All right, so we are going to discuss the application question for binomial expansion in this part, okay, in this video. And generally, I'm taking it from the partial question. All right, so usually they will combine it with partial fraction and also, partial fraction, yes, partial fraction with the binomial expansion in one question. All right, so I'll take example 18 as discussion, and then you try example 19 yourself. Okay, so for the first part, it's very simple. Express fx in partial fraction. So for me, to save time, I will leave this part for you to do the expansion yourself. Okay, so maybe you can try it out first. So for this one, after you do the binomial expansion, the answer that you get should be negative 1 over x minus 1 plus 4 over x minus 2, and then minus 2 over x plus 1. Okay, so this is the answer for your first part of the partial fraction. So I'll just keep it for you to complete it first. Okay? All right. So please try it out. And after that, we continue and discuss with part B. Okay, so what do we have in part B? Okay, so for part B, if you read the question, they said that show that when x is sufficiently small for x power 4 and higher powers to be neglected, they want you to show that fx is this one. Okay, so if you look at this question, a lot of students will tell me, I actually don't know what they want. Okay, but if let's say in the next time, in next time when you look at this kind of question, right, the sentence is like this one. They actually want you to expand it to binomial expansion. Because when you're having binomial expansion, you have an expression, okay, in ascending power of x. So if you look at the fx here, it will become x power 0, x power 1, x power 2, x power 3. So that means this is a binomial expansion form when you expand it. All right, when you expand the fx function, then you have this. Okay, and then when they ask you to show like this, that means they only want you to focus on the x power 3. So x power 4 and higher power to be neglected. That means you can ignore the x power 4 and the higher power. Okay, so this question, they didn't give you the keyword binomial expansion or whatsoever, but they actually want you to do the binomial expansion. Understand what I said or not? Okay, all right, so look at this pattern. In ascending power of x, it is actually the binomial expansion pattern. Okay, all right. So how can you do the binomial expansion here? So first part, they ask you to do the partial fraction, right? So the second part, actually, when you want to do the binomial expansion, it will be easier if you use the partial fraction answer to expand it. Some students say, I want to use the original function to expand it, can or not? Can, but it will become very complicated, believe me. Okay, so the easier one will be you expand it from the partial fraction. Okay, so when I want to use the partial fraction to expand and get the answer, right? This is my answer for partial fraction, right? To make my step easier, first I will try to do some very small adjustment to my answer for the partial fraction first. Firstly, the negative here, I will multiply it inside the bracket at the bottom. So it will become 1 minus x. Okay? Alright, then for this one, I want to make the negative 2 become positive 2. So I take out the negative out. So it will become negative 4 divided by 2 minus x. Okay, so this is the first term. This is the second one. Okay, I hope that you understand what am I doing. Alright, I take out the negative. So the bottom part becomes 2 minus x. And then the positive here become negative because negative I take it out. Alright, and then after that for this one, I will just write as negative 2 over 1 plus x. Okay, so this is to ease my step later. Okay, so after I do it like this, then I will bring it up. The denominator I will bring it up become numerator. So the first one I will have 1 minus x power negative 1. This second one I will have negative 4, 2 minus x power negative 1. And then for this one, I will have negative 2, 1 plus x power negative 1. Okay, so why I need to do the adjustment just now is because of I want to make all my x at the second term and all the number in the first term. Okay, all right. So I adjust it first before it goes further and become more complicated. All right, so all these are very basic maths knowledge only, so you should do it yourself for all this. Okay, but this is a suggestion from me. You should adjust it first into the pattern that you want. That only you can do the binomial expansion correctly. If not, it will become very complicated later because you got all the negative sign here and so on. Okay, never mind. So let's continue from here. Okay, so if you look at this first term, this first part, I will highlight it in yellow color. So this bracket with power negative 1, you already can expand it straight away, right? Because the first term is already the 1. Okay, and then you no need to do any adjustment. Therefore, you can expand it. So to expand this one, first term is always a 1. Second term is nx, right? So n, x, x. Then one is n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial, then x squared. Okay, then plus n minus 1, n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial, and then x power 3. So again, the x is the second term in your binomial expansion, in the expansion here. Okay, so this whole part, okay, so this whole part is actually from the highlighted yellow color part, the yellow color bracket. Okay, so I will highlight it so that you know what am I doing now. Because if not, later it will become very complicated. Okay, can? Then now, the next term, I'm going to highlight it by using green color. I'm having negative 4 minus 2x power negative 1. Okay, so if I want to do this one, I cannot expand it for now because the first term is not start with 1, right? So I need to do some adjustment first. Negative 4 is a constant, you just copy it. You want to take out the 2 from the bracket, follow with the power. So inside the bracket now, it becomes 1 minus x over 2. Then power negative 1. Okay, so this is what we have for green color for now. I haven't expanded yet, but I'm doing adjustment. Okay, all right. Then now we continue to the third part. So the third part, maybe I will highlight it by using red color. Okay, so this is my, this is my third part. Okay, so this is my third part. I will highlight it with this color, pink color. Okay, so for pink color, again, if you look at the bracket again, you already can expand it straight away because the first term is the 1 already. Alright, so what am I going to do now is, okay, I scroll down a bit. Okay, so negative 2, you just copy negative 2. Okay, then for the expansion here, 1 plus nx plus n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial, and then x squared plus n minus 1, n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial, x power 3. Okay, so I'll stop at x power 3. So this is actually my third expansion. Okay, so the yellow color and the pink color one, generally you already apply the formula for the binomial expansion. Okay, so now you need to expand the green color part because green color part you just you only adjust it, right? You haven't expand it. Okay, so for the yellow color part, okay, sorry for that. For the yellow color part, you can now press the calculator and try to simplify it already. So for the yellow color part, after you simplify it, if I'm not mistaken, right, you should get Wait. You should get 1. Let me have a look first. So you should have 1 plus x squared plus x power 3. Okay, so this is the yellow color part. Okay, so you press calculator, simplify, you get this yellow color part. Okay, and then the pink color part, I can also write out the answer already, right? Okay, so for the pink color part, if you write it out correctly, you should have -2 plus 2x minus 2x squared plus 2x power 3. So this one is the pink color one. Okay, so that means actually this bracket you can take it out lah. Never mind one. Okay, so just to show you, okay, this one is the yellow color one, this one is the pink color one after you simplify everything. Okay, then now you focus on the green color one. So for the green color one, you just copy the -4 first. Oh, sorry. So you look at this one. -4 divided by 2. 2 power -1 is 2, right? Over 1 over 2, right? So 4 divided by 2, you get a 2 here. So I write as a 2. So 4 divided by 2, that's why you get a 2. Okay? Alright, so after you get a 2, then you expand now. Okay, so what first term is 1, second term is nx. Okay, then n minus 1, n minus, n and then n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. Okay, then after that, x power 2. Okay, then the next term will be n minus 1, n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial, and then negative x over x power 3. Okay, I hope that you can see what I write here. Okay, squeeze a bit. Alright, okay, then now, if you continue further, so maybe I can highlight this one as the green color one. Sorry, wait. Am I using this? Yeah, so you can highlight it as a green color one. Okay, then now, of course, now you want to simplify the yellow and the pink color, you can do it lah. Alright, but I will just keep it first so that you can see how I expand everything. If you want to combine it here also, no problem. It doesn't matter, right? So I just keep it first. Okay, so if you expand the green color part correctly, then I think you should be able to get -2 minus x minus half x squared, and then minus 1 over 4 x power 3. Okay, so in short, what you can see is this one is the yellow color one. Then this is the pink color. Then this is the green. Okay, and if you simplify everything correctly without any careless mistake, you should be able to get -3 plus 2x minus 3 over 2x squared, and then plus 11 over 4x power 3. So this is my correct final answer. Okay, so this is the correct final answer. Oops, wait. Respond a bit slow. Okay, so this is my correct final answer. Okay, so for this example, they didn't ask for the value of x, so you don't need to write out. You just leave your answer like this. Okay, all right. So this is what we have. So again, is it very hard or not? To me, it is not hard. Okay, it is just very tedious, and you need to be very, 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 very careful because it is a lot of students will do careless mistake or waste time in this kind of question. Okay, so I hope that I highlight it in different color to let you see clearer what am I doing here. Okay, so this is what we have for example 18. Is it example 18? Okay, wait, my file hang already. Yeah, example 18. Okay, so example 19, I will just keep it for you to try it out. Okay, so the style is more or less the same also lah. The first part, they ask you to do the partial fraction, and after that, the second part, they ask you to expand it. All right, so first part, the answer is negative 1 over x minus 2 plus 3x minus 1 divided by x squared plus 3. Okay, then after that, if you do the binomial expansion correctly, you should have 1 over 6 plus 5 over 4x plus 17 over 72x squared. The value looks like a bit weird, but this is correct one, right? So just make sure you go and try it out and see whether you can get the answer correctly or not. All right, so if you have no problem for this one, then generally after you try all the exercises that I provide you already, you can continue with the passive question. Okay, but of course you need to, passive questions, some are quite tough lah. So it's very good for you to try it out and figure it out how to do it correctly. Okay, so this is what we have for this video. And we actually completed the whole chapter 1 for A2 level already. And then I will still create another video, okay, to discuss about the value of x. Okay, so just to let you know lah, why do we need to have this value of x? But usually they won't ask you this in exam. I mean, they won't ask you to apply it, but I need to show you how we apply it so that you know why do we need to write out this one. Okay, so we'll discuss all this in another video, but in official, we already completed the whole chapter 1 for our A2 for this video.